One of the keys to a more effective deadlift is where you start the exercise. So, I mean, this will be obvious as you get much more heavy with the weight that you're doing, but if you're doing lighter weights and just starting and learning the exercise, a lot of people conflict this and change these. But if you're doing super heavy weight, then obviously the weight's gonna start on the floor, and you're gonna start by picking it up from the ground, going down and resting and leaving the weight on the floor between your reps and while you rest. So the exercise looks something like this. You do the deadlift, you rest down here, you wait. You do the deadlift, you rest down here, you wait, and then when you're done, you leave it on the floor, and when you're ready to start back up again, you start from the floor, you pick it up, and then you go down. A lot of people, when they're starting out, which there's nothing wrong with this, but it can help you progress even better, is they start the exercise of a deadlift from up here, and then they go down, they do a deadlift, and they come up, and they rest right here. And they go down, they do a deadlift, they come up, and they rest right here. And if that's all you can do, that is totally fine. Start there. But as we progress, what you want to do is think about lifting the weight from the floor and resting at the bottom, because this is gonna make us be more explosive. And theoretically, if you're doing the most weight that you possibly can, that you can afford to, in terms of what you're comfortable with and what your strength allows, then you'd be starting from the floor, because if it's something that's really heavy for you, you're not gonna be resting up here. You're gonna be resting down here, waiting to do your next rep. And then when you're ready to do it, you're gonna lift it off the floor, you're gonna go back down, and you're gonna rest down here in a squatted position. So play around with and think about where you're resting between your reps and between your sets, mostly between your reps. Between your reps for your deadlifts. If you're resting up here like this, you might afford to be able to do heavier weight. And I encourage you to try to rest at the bottom and think about the movement starting from the floor, going up, and then resting after you set it back down, as opposed to starting from up here and going down and back up and resting up here like this.